Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, the deciding game 3 now between Nigma Galaxy and Team Liquid. T, what do you make of this one coming into this with the final 2 drafts we're going to see from these teams today?
I mean, I'm kind of happy to see that we get a little bit more change up from Nigma. We're going to have a Quap back on Miracle. We're not seeing the traditional carry on mid lane, so a nice little adaptation there, back to more emphasis now on RTW, taking the lead on that one. And then Liquid, we're going to see the Gyrocopter back in the carry role. Yeah, if I have to quickly favor a lineup, I think I kind of like Liquid's lineup for just the insurance policies that they've built into it. And, you know, they're already starting off with a smoke.
Yeah, very sneaky. I mean, Miracle, he's going to level the Blink level 1 to make sure that he doesn't die to this. Get back underneath the tower. And his teammates, though, might not fare as well as GH will fall. First blood for Liquid. Zai to claim it.
And the second blood, too.
Well, that'll get both of them. We'll see who's going to get that one. That's going to be the temper bat. He'll take the kill there off Kuro.
I love how all 4 of them went for the body block. It wasn't just one. They all opted just to surround him. But that's a weird smoke, honestly. Like,
you don't expect that.
Oh, yeah, so normally you smoke into like Radiant Jungle and you park yourself by the tier 1 mid, or you wrap into the triangle. But the fact that like, they wrap around, they realize no one's in the triangle, so they kind of go, well, we're here anyways, let's just poke our heads up. Yeah, a really cool smoke. And once again, Liquid at the start of the game, this time not 4, but 3 bounty runes and 2 kills.
Yeah, they're good at the minute 0 and forcing the level 1 blink from Miracle, which, you know, is never great, right, for the first wave.
Yeah, it's not amazing because, of course, you do want Scream. In this matchup, probably you normally just go, you know, Blink and Scream. Dagger, you might level 1 point in it just to force Puck to try and phase shift. But yeah, it's awkward, but at least it's not like a, say, like a Cop v Kunka type matchup where the Dagger already
lose out on that ability to dominate.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
But I think laning-wise, I'm really intrigued to see how the Tree Gyrocopter lane will fare. We haven't really seen this combination of heroes in a long time, especially when ODs become back in popularity. And I think it should be okay because the value of Grasp on Tree is really strong. And also this Rocket, if you preemptively Rocket pre the time that you imprison, it might just be time to maybe cancel off the hammer or at least offset the fact that OD naturally just spams you out of lane.
And you like the decision to run with the bear for RTW this game?
Has been killed.
I feel like the position Nigma was in, where they got a lot of, you've got saves in the Bane and the OD, you've got a lot of like burst. You kind of needed a hero just to supplement that. And you could have gone for maybe a later style of core, but Ursa very much will ride the wave of early game timings that OD Quap presents. So maybe it wasn't like the best hero for the overall game, but for the draft Nigma has, it works well to operate with the 10-minute timing of OD, the 15-minute timing of Quap. So I like it for that, but it might potentially fall off later into the game into, you know, heroes like Spearbreaker and Tree that are great at kiting, and then Gyrocopter eventually having, you know, Butterfly, Satanic, and all these pesky items that Ursa doesn't traditionally do well in, unless he himself has, you know, MKB and, you know, 4 or 5 items himself.
And do you sort of expect to see the ICW building to fight early, or is he a sort of Battle Fury guy?
Nah, this has to be like a... I say has to. It probably will change after I say it, but I'd like to see the old, you know, Diffusal Blade, Blink, BKB, and just get your items from the farm. Like, basically emulate that second game and rinse repeat in this game.
I think so, yeah.
None of their heroes really care about their cooldowns. Like Quap, sure, Sonic Wave's good, but with the current day iteration, with the Sanj and Kaya, with the Shard, you're not really playing around Sonic Wave. Same with OD. Cool, your ultimate's pretty there, but you just need a hammer on it in prison. So I'm so excited to see how Nigma utilizes their, you know, pre-20-minute timing, which should be able to punish a more farm-orientated Liquid.
No, for sure. Because you never want to play the farming game against a Gyro, especially when it's in Matumbaman's hands.
Like, Ursa will do well against this Gyrocopter if he can, you know, keep toe-to-toe. If he finds the kills while Gyro finds neutral creeps, like, that's when Ursa's perfectly fine into Gyrocopter, because you can go for the MKB for the Butterfly, you do go for the Abyssal to eat through the BKB. Like, naturally, all Ursa's items do well against Gyro. It's just, if the game gets hard at any point, you're suddenly 3-4k behind him in net worth, unable to farm ancient stacks. So.
Yeah, top lane. Yeah, it's taken a bit of a bang to the head. There's the homing missile, finishes him off.
Going up, yeah, it's pretty low in bot lane as well.
Very low, yeah. It's sort of a straight Crip Swarm would kill him. Oh, a little bit close there. RTW will live. Same to be said for Kuro. We'll manage to hold him back with the sleep. As RGW's going to go for the quick trip back to base.
Are fortified.
27 seconds, quite some time, but...
Oh, mid. Nice stun from GH there.
Right.
Catching Mickey as he tries to hide in the trees. That'll get them the kill, mid.
Didn't have phase shift available, so no, he couldn't have dodged it. It was on cooldown. But yeah, really nice stun. Some nice healthy tips as well from RTW. Miracle then tips GH then tips Miracle. Nice little train of tips. Not seen that one before.
No, I do tend to say, I think out of the teams now, Enigma Galaxy, they're big on the sort of, you buff your teammates up tips. We're not seeing any of this enemy tipping.
Yeah.
Kind of, ha, you missed a spell. It's very much, nice job, bro.
I mean, that's
some
so,
friendly tips here from Enigma
so
Galaxy.
2019, the aggressive tip.
Yeah.
2018 as well.
It's about, building up your own teammates rather than breaking down the enemy. I like to see it.
Just like those bashes. Beautiful. But look, see there, Liquid, he's having fun, but there's no tips. There was no camaraderie.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like, give Boxy a tip, man. He just got the bash.
Yeah, well, that's why Liquid might lose this game 3.
Oh, yeah, Enigma Galaxy there. They're definitely in sync with one another. We saw it in game 2. And we'll see if we get to see it again here in game 3.
And that one kill onto Mickey is really giving Miracle the advantage. He's about to hit 6 as Mickey's barely touching on 5. Like, this is... Yeah, that's 6. This could honestly be another kill. He might...
Is he going to blink for it?
I mean,
he's going to blink for it. He's going to get it.
No, I was sorry. Excuse my French, but I was worried for a second.
Yeah.
Excuse my French.
But we wanted to see it. We wanted to see him go for it. He did. He gets it. And, of course, the tips there for Kuro Mind Control.
That was close to being fails of the week level,
It was close.
I was... Woo.
But he pulls it off, Miracle.
All right, beautiful stuff. But that is the support rotation, getting that quick 6, being able to play on that. Mickey now is going to feel quite uncomfortable. Because this is the type of matchup when traditionally, Park and Cop go even. Whoever gets 6 first, the support comes in. You can offset that matchup, and it can go pretty well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
See on the side lanes, Matu getting a bit more fun than RTW, but it's not far off. RTW, of course, very lucky to get out from that first attempt on his life. Nearly did catch him. But he lives back in the mid lane. Rune control. It's going to go the way of Miracle. He's got a haste rune. I'll have to watch out for something coming out. Boxy's there with the backup here, making sure that Miracle doesn't feel that he can go too aggressive. Want to make out say that Miracle's kind of just ignoring Boxy.
It doesn't really do any damage.
I guess no, he doesn't care at all if Boxy's having a bit of a scratch onto him.
I think the unfortunate thing for Liquid, and they kind of mentioned on the panel the weakness of maybe tree barrier supports, it's maybe not the fact they're double melee, but it's the fact that like you can't, I guess it is double melee, you don't have that range support to make up the hard camp stack, to make the ancient stack, to open up that jungle that Liquid traditionally was known for.
Let's see if Liquid can get something out of this one. Charge in onto RTW, both very low under the tower here. I really want to try and find this bear, but RTW quelling through the trees. He's fine, and Miracle's in with a counterplay. Straight away, Zai goes for the TP out. Kuro is in time with any ability to stop. He can't quite close the gap for a potential nightmare, so Zai manages to make it out.
I don't know if the nightmare... yeah, well, he could have potentially nightmared there. Maybe the range...
Well, the range is less for nightmare, right?
Yeah, I guess maybe he just assumed it was there. So he just goes for a cheeky little brain sap. Why not?
Get a bit of health, the way. He's going to find Boxy behind the trees here.
How you doing?
I mean, Boxy has a charge and a TP.
He should be fine.
And yeah, RTW is going to try and force one of the two of them out. Not quite able to keep the distance to reach him for a nightmare. So Boxy's able to charge past.
Fair play to Kuroki. He understood that the only play he had was the charge. So he did position in a way, use the vision of the tower, try for the nightmare. But
it was close. I mean, it just clipped on the very edge of that sort of charge range.
Just level 1 nightmare. And that's because we're seeing this point ending in Enfeeble, an adaptation to Bane. Normally it's just maxing nightmare and brain sap, but because you're against that DP, the value of the heal reduction is pretty up there.
Look at this, Matu. I mean, he knows at this stage, pre-6, this bet, IRTW as an Ursa can't fight into the Gyro much at all. And they'll just dive in under the tower, take him out. Matu with that classic sort of Gyro movement that we've been used to seeing from in the past. He knows exactly when to turn up and bring the aggression straight into the enemy carry's face.
Yeah, one of the most active carries I think that we have in the European DPC at least. We saw it at the PA as well, TPing around, going for the fights. He also even warded himself. That dire ward, that was Matu placing it. So really just ticking the boxes of playing all roles right now.
Good thing against Zai here. Miracle's on the hunt. Zai is about to get the heals coming in from the exorcism. Zai goes back over, but the Sonic Wave burst will finish him off. They get the kill on Zai. Could they do something about it? But they might just be able to do so. Yeah, Miracle's ready to go back in on top of the gyro. Kuro, GH chasing him down, Matu as well, but the backup's there from Boxy. Charge over onto the 2. They'll put a stun to it with the next assassin lockdown. Boxy backs off, but the space is made for Matu to safely retreat.
And of course, we mentioned the idea of maybe Gyro Tree could do well top, but it didn't really have that great effect. They weren't able to push him out of lane. Mind control's level 8. Gyrocopter is practically the same level as the Bane in this game right now. Did help Bane got solo XP from the Spirit Breaker, but it is a pretty rough game as Matu also, as I say this, hits 6, but then goes down bottom.
Gets off a decent combo, but it's just not enough damage. GH able to walk it off as Boxy's trying to hunt for him. But Boxy almost certainly going down. Jump forward from Miracle, picks up another kill.
I do.
As we're starting to see the gold swing in favor of Nigma Galaxy. These are...
Open your door and window to let the lag pass
let
through.
the lag out.
Yeah, let it lag out. Yeah. It's like New Year's.
Dire's middle
back in
tower
action
is
here.
under attack.
If you're Liquid right now, your job is to stop mind control having such a free game. Like the perfect OD game is when you get to lane, you get your hammer, get a kill, hit tower, rinse, repeat, and you make this area of the map just feel kind of like suicidal. Because if Tree steps out, bang, he's gonna die, right? So this is now where if Liquid wants to try and play this game, it's either you shut down this OD and prevent him from hitting every beat, or you start finding kills on the Quap or mid with a coil and you bring everyone there and you break down this mid tower. But I think going passive allows for Nigma just to build this big lead. And you asked about the build for Ursa. Right now he's got the phase boots, he's got the mobbing mask, hitting up the jungle. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little sneaky Roshan play at some point where he, jumps on around, jumps into the rush pit from a different angle.
Oh, for sure.
And starts, chipping it down.
Or mid. They're not going to get him. They're not going to get him. They don't have to follow up off the back of the Dream Coil. He's away. Kuro is able to kill off Boxy. And that's got to be pretty painful, right? Dream Coil not granting them any sort of chance for a kill.
Yeah, they unfortunately didn't have a silence on DP to layer with that, but of course it helps that Quap instantly broke the call. Rather than sometimes people walk around trying to wait out, you instantly snap it because it'll be quicker than waiting for the entire duration. Yeah. Then you just blink out.
No, especially the early level.
Exactly, yeah, early level that is. And I think now in the top lane as well, we're seeing the effectiveness of Tree. It isn't like the lane dominator against an OD. Maybe if it was a better carry to punish, but it's the fact that you have 3-point living armor. For every hammer, you slap down the living armor. You're going to keep that tower alive. We're not seeing the map being broken down too much. So I guess Liquid's answer to the OD that I was trying to think about was, it's not killing the hero, it's just keep him up here. Make him AFK here for, 15 minutes of the first part of the game. He's trying to take it down. And that's another living armor. Very interactive hero.
I see charge coming over mid, but Miracle has got backup. GH for the Carapace to put a stop to Boxy. And we're seeing that move. They're going for Rosh. He's going for Roshan ILTW. And he's getting away with it. It's already pretty much gone.
Okay, RNG. Oh, one more bash. Okay, if RNG was on Liquid side, that would just be perma bashing. I have flashbacks to the Arteezy clip where he gets bashed, I think, 3 times in a row and dies.
A prize.
Some around top instead. He's got to be careful. He gets caught in an astral. They might be able to take him with GH ready to sneak in. Also, Kuro turning up. They want to push this tower down and get Insana out of it.
Yeah, this tower will fall if they just bring one other hero. Right now, it's like awkwardly staying in this like 1/3 HP range because of the hammer. I think Liquid, they're trying to adopt the same policy that previous game, where if they keep Nigma in this area for long enough, they can then allow Gyro to recovery farm and play their game. So they're kind of trying to bait Nigma to say, hey, if you want this tower, you need to actually rotate here. We're not going to allow you to passively take it with the OD. And you see it with the positioning, right? Like RTW is now posturing here. But meanwhile, you got Kuroki in mid, you got Quap in bottom. Like they're also equally hitting their creeps and slowly extending that lead. And Matu he's not itemizing for the fight right now. He's really going for the survival and late game kind of tactic. Go for the Ags, get the farm. Probably then will become like BKB butterfly.
I mean, he needs time as well. I mean, you can see on the net worth, both him and Mickey, they are at the bottom of the cores right now.
Yeah, this is not like the type of Gyro game that you want against an Ursa. You want to have that 1k lead right now. You want to have the triple, quadruple ancient stacks made where you can farm and Ursa can't. You come out maybe with that butterfly advantage. You force them to go for like a second line MKB.
Miracle.
Is under
It's
attack.
not
Right
happening.
in. They get the jump on Mickey. Top lane. TP's coming over. Zai is going to try and start something with the exorcism, running down Mind Control, but Mind Control's able to hold him back with the Astral. See RTW looking for a target. What's he want to do? Boxy's in with another strike, bumps him back, but RTW jumps forward, slows down Boxy. Boxy is away with a charge. RTW in a bit of trouble, but of course does have that Aegis ready for round 2 if it comes through. They'll bring him down once. Further TP's coming in to try and back him up. The grip from Kuro locking down Zai. RTW is going to be in with the swipes, takes down Zai. Blink out from Miracle, gets away from the cooldown in time. Mind Control will hold back Matuma Man off the back of his ultimate. See the chase from Mickey, does have Dream Call available, Boxy in from the side, but immediately GH turns with the stun. Mind Control will get the ult out, but he's surrounded by the 3 of them, does go down here. Ends up being the 2 for 1. Of course, Enigma Galaxy also losing the Aegis on RTW.
But this is an indicator of how Liquid can take these fights. If the game does draw a little bit closer, where Enigma, they're kind of indecisive of how they start, as we see the oh, we're going to see Mickey die mid lane due to GH. Rather delightful. But yeah, it's the idea that Enigma, if they're disjointed, where it's like Nyx goes on 1, OD's not in position, Ursa's also getting kited a little bit, and not getting the full effect, that's where Liquid, with Tree and Protector, with Puck, Spirit Breaker, they're very disruptive defensive heroes that allows for the damage of Gyrocopter and DP to kind of slowly bleed into the fight. And it's why the fight felt kind of even, because Liquid had that good spell usage there. But Enigma, they're not going to be too disheartened. They know it was from their own positioning that allowed Liquid's kind of limited toolkit right now to feel in good effect. DP even going for the bots. In this type of game where you're under pressure, I feel like you'd want to be going for like a quicker BKB or something just to tank up, but maybe opting for the fact that they don't really want to take these fights. Like with heroes like Tree and Puck, and if DP becomes that hero, they might be looking to just be skipping waves for quite some time. Liquid might be already as a team just deciding that they want to just hold back, farm, and adopt that policy we saw in Game 1, which was that controlled aggression on their own side of the map, never really cross the river, and allow Enigma to feel uncomfortable not finding the kills.
Alright. Got the setup at the same time. Mind Control looking for Mickey in the river, but the phase shift will get Mickey out of there. Kuro commits with the grip, stops Boxy from being able to run, and in fact mid, Miracle's trying to jump in for Mickey, but the orb's out. Mickey's away. Enigma Galaxy starting to head up into the triangle. They might just find Zai. Zai gonna turn. Has got Mickey swinging back over as well. Carapace is there. We'll put a stop off the Dream Call's drop down. Dream Call followed from the cooldown, and Matuma Man will be enough to take out Kuro. Defensive Astral comes out from Mind Control. That's going to be enough to keep GH alive. Mickey tries to throw an orb back out. Won't get the angle onto GH. In fact, doesn't jump over to the orb. Up to the high ground, but Miracle's there in preparation with the Sonic Wave to shut Mickey back down.
Yeah, if Miracle's in the fight, most of Liquid have to be scared. Like there is, it's so hard to deal with this quad right now. Without the cheap lockdown, the fact that oh no,
GH and Miracle sneaking around the tree line. They found Zai. Zai will try and keep himself alive with the side for the living armor coming out as well. The ult comes crashing down though from Mind Control. Slams Zai out of the game. RTW ready to turn over towards Insania. Charge from Boxy pushes back the 3 of them. Matu trying to get in on top of them, but he's not going to be able to do so with the Astra from Mind Control holding him off. Miracle jumped in with the back lines, burst down Insania. The spike Carapace catches onto Matuma Man, but he's underneath the tier 2. Enigma Galaxy, they won't dive in quite yet. They'll resume business, pushing down the mid tier 1 tower, but we're seeing it already in the numbers. 17 minutes in, 16-7, 7k lead. This game 3 looking to go the same trajectory that Enigma Galaxy were able to build up in game 2.
Yeah, Mind Control is absolutely popping off right now. I mean, and by that, he's literally pressing one spell. But it is the best spell for him. It is that imprisonment. If Liquid is to lock on a hero, any defensive spell coming in completely disrupts them. They don't have that explosive damage to 100-0 hero, so a Nightmare or an Imprisonment, it just disrupts Liquid's ability to even take these earlier fights. Enigma, they identify that. They're running their supports in first. Nyx is really hard to kill because he has the Carapace to disjoint some of the damage, Bane as well, and then you layer that with the OD behind, and at any minute, if Liquid oversteps, Ursa and Quap come in. Like, a cool thing in these type of lineups where you kind of want to jump the supports, you bait a fight to see where they are in the fight. Like, Tree's gonna poke his head out,
mid.
then you get the jump.
Okay, he's already dropped the orb. He's got no escape. Kuro's quick with the grab of the grip.
To me.
But that's the thing, right? Like, they keep poking and annoying. So Liquid feels like, okay, let's quickly push this wave out, push that. Let's try and get a little bit of something. And because they're ready, you know, Nyx is in position. They're just jumping them.
Oh, look at this setup. TP's coming in.
GH is all around the map.
Radiant's
I
bottom
mean, just
tower
keeping
is
complete
under
tabs
attack.
of Matumba Man.
Oh, he thinks he can TP, but he can't.
He cannot indeed. TP expended. His life will be in turn.
That's actually... Okay, so if you're Gyrocopter against Nyx and you want to TP, you kind of need to backpack your axe, because he TP'd, the auto flak from the axe hit the carapace. Of course it's an impale, but it's... Imagine if impales on
Sure,
cooldown.
that was the only
could
thing
be
he
the
had.
big brain
Yeah.
play that you could make there, but... Again, heads up from GH, just carapacing that auto right click that you get from the Agnums, and Liquid just, they feel like they have no map. This lead is slowly building.
Oh, RTW. He's a little deep and without friends.
He has
if he's able to get his ult off, he is going to be able to do so. And Nigma Galaxy are coming over. Any way to save their bear here? RTW, no. He still goes down. Liquid will be able to punish the fact that he's out on his own.
That was very aggressive farming. Like, they just killed the top left corner of the map, and he was by the Ancient. So, okay, Nigma, you're allowed one death like that. But if you chain those deaths, that's where Liquid will get pretty happy. Miracle not messing around, just going for the standard build with this type of game. Some players might, you know, deviate from the standard just because the game's so good. He is just going for the Sanj Kaya, soon to be BKB. I believe OD should have completed the Aghanims by now, and already one component to BKB, so... Nigma hitting their stride. This second Aegis will be the time where they look to really take over the game. That is a disgustingly quick axe. Yeah, this guy is farmed. Woo. For an offlane to be specific.
I was meant to have this.
Can they jump mid them? They're playing very careful now, Liquid.
I don't think they want to jump them though, because they don't have defensive tools where if Puck orbs in, he's going to get carapaced. Something's going to happen to him. He's got the Witchblade build.
Yeah.
He's then going to buy a Blink after that, which further cements his need to either get in or out. And this type of hero, he's just going to get punished for it. Second Aegis comes into play, Liquid.
It's going to be all theirs. Who's any big shard picker-uppers here?
I wouldn't mind an Ursa shard.
I think so, right?
Because like
Extra in rage.
Yeah, he's a tanky boy. He's the lad who's up front. He's doing it for the team.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
And there was
Oh,
and he's passed it over.
He just gave it to the Quap, of course.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Quap.
All right, Miracle hadn't picked up his own, so...
Yeah,
just boost
Greedy
Miracle's game
Miracle.
up. I mean, it's understandable. You know that Miracle's popping off
Need the carry,
705. Just funnel, fuel them up as much as
I would
possible.
have loved to seen it on the Ursa. And Miracle, mate, you're so farmed, Miracle. Give some gold to your team.
But, well, with
It's
that...
quick buy too. He knew he
Yeah,
wanted
but
it.
now he's been able to pick up the BKB. Yeah, BKB's finished, coming
Yeah,
out.
no,
He's
no.
got the shard.
Jokes
He's
aside, that's
super
much
strong.
better. Yeah,
Dire's
it
middle
is
tower
very,
is
very
under
good.
attack. Radiant's
Oh, the
bottom tower
cow!
is under attack.
Okay, well, Mickey is dead. And probably more to die as well. And they do get Kuroki. Miracle's in with the BKB. He's actually taking a lot of damage to get through the ghost. In fact, okay, Miracle dies. Mind control. He's able to hold back the charge in with the Astrals. Jump forward from RTWGH. They do want to keep trying to fight this. The ult comes crashing down as they killed off Foxy. RTW turns towards Matumba Man, running him down with the remainder of this enrage. But
Nice body
Matsu,
block.
he's able to kite him out for now. Keep himself at a safe distance. As Matsu, he's going to be able to get away, sending a missile back over towards RTW, but quickly able to take it down with the swipes. They also have this bit of a chase going on towards Mind Control. Zai commits with the BKB. And Astra's going to buy him a bit of time, but with a swarm waiting on the way out, Mind Control should still fall. The Essence Ring will buff him up a little bit. Back over in the mid, RTW was able to finish off Matumba Man. Mind Control, he's actually going to look to turn things. Has the setup for the hammer. He's not. Zai will be able to finish him off. A bit of helping hand coming in from Mickey and his coil.
I want to be that guy, but the shard and Quap baited him into that
They
fight.
did. I mean, Miracle jumped in with his BKB, ends up dying through the magic immunity. Zai just pumping out the damage through that exorcism.
It was nice to see Liquid actually go toe for toe there. Like, the fact they were behind into an Aegis and able to take that type of fight was pretty impressive. And I think the key winner there was, of course, RTW. The Gyrocopter with the tread.
Look at this. Enigma Galaxy very quick back out on the map.
Yeah. But that's the aim of their game. RTW, he spent 20 seconds chasing down Gyrocopter. He gave him no room to play. He killed him off, and he's able to occupy this area. If RTW, like some carries, jump back, it'd be completely different. But Nigma, they play with this in-your-face mentality, but they've all hit this 1-2 item timing, and they know like if they leave this area, it allows for the Gyrocopter to get to those 2-3 items, but they don't need to play on their own side of the map.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's
Defending top tier 1.
is under
Also, I
attack.
think, production, can you like move the camera to the left? Can you also go off the complete map? Or is that just bugged? Okay, it's bugged. All right, it's just for in-game. All right, thanks, checking.
bottom
Boxy.
tower has fallen.
Oh,
He's
Kuro
been
grabs
caught.
him. Another quick grip from Kuro.
Literally with the borders.
Dire's
he's
bottom
just
tower is under
catching him
attack.
perfectly with some great grabs
Radiant's middle
from the
tower
Bane.
is under attack.
Ring Dagger done on RTW is going to have an easier time getting onto the squishies or chasing down Mickey off the back of an orb attempt and an escape.
Right now for RTW, every hero on Liquid is a squishy. The only time they're not is if Spirit Breaker's there to cover or if Treant's there with the overgrowth. Like the supports are so key.
Illusion.
It sounds weird to say, but I feel like, okay, hold on.
And look at this, Miracle just jumps in straight away, burns through Matumbaman goes down. Dream Coil is strong, Mickey solo though, and he's not going to survive. Mickey falls, Miracle able to blink out in time. He'll live. As he's away, Zai trying to fight back with the BKB and the Exorcism. They've got the sentry down, running down GH, charge coming in as well. And they should be able to find this next assassin, but ILTW just jumps straight over the back of them all, gets on top of Insania. He's going to lose the Aegis for that attempt. He is kind of deep. We'll see if Nigma Galaxy can bail him out here as Liquid. They're going to look to try and go on him a second time. Mind control, buying some time from here with the first Astral.
Nice charge.
Able to get the charge past off the back of coming out of the Astral. Boxy walks away, but Nigma Galaxy have been able to do enough to allow ILTW to retreat. Insania did use the buyback there.
Before that fight broke out, I was like, I feel like this tier 2 isn't safe, and then before I could even say it, it's like they're jumping, they're diving in, yeah.
Radiant are scared.
This map just feels like absolute nothing for Liquid. OD about to pick up his BKB as well. Bane's got the Aether Lens. Miracle's got nearly on his way to Shiva's, and they're still middle. It's like every single fight.
And look at Kuro, she's sort of stepping up around the three of them.
Like Madu, the carry is parked behind the tier 2.
Oh, RTW gets silenced under the tower. Nightmare comes out to try and save him. He's going to try and run, but they've got the whole of Liquid chasing him down there. RTW jumps in and he can't get out. Snap with the Dream Coil straight over towards Mind Control. He'll buy time with the Astral, but Liquid, they surround him. Has he got any escape he has? And of course, the BKB not quite done and out yet. They lose both cores there off the back of a bit of an aggressive move from RTW, trying to wrap round under the tier 2. The silence catches him. He's got nothing to do against it right now.
Yeah, that's the type of play where it works when your OD is there, when everyone's there, because the aggression is through layers of defensive spells, right? It's like the Nightmare, the Imprison, the aggressiveness of Quap to disrupt Liquid. But when you're like look at the mini-map here. You've got Nyx running in there, you've got OD imprisoning himself, meanwhile RTW's mid, Quap's all the way by Roshan. This was a rare moment for Nigma where they were incredibly disjointed, but it's also due to the fact that Liquid, when the game's this difficult, they're not trying to eke out farm. They were AFK by this mid tier 2. They're giggling at it because they're like, all right, sure, this is happening. Like, they get a kill. But this isn't Liquid shouldn't have this and go, okay, nice, we can relax now. They still need to play as 5. They still need to respect the fact that Nigma are gonna 100% reset TP and most likely smoke up once Mind Control gets his BKB.
Yeah, the BKB is the important pickup here.
Yeah.
GH has his Ags. So once they are able to set up a team fight area, if the BKBs get low on Liquid, it's not going to be easy for them.
And Gyro, he himself is pretty close to a BKB as well, only the recipe away, 500 gold. So that could be kind of a moment of hope. But it doesn't help him with the Ursa. It's still rather difficult. So it's gonna be this like, Boxy needs to be super disruptive on his Spear Breaker.
Oh,
nice dodge.
Yeah, a little dodge there, the ult will still die for it.
Style point,
nice.
Yeah. I mean, he had to use the ult. That's 120 down.
I'll give him a 10 for that one. Nice.
Oh, a 10?
A 10. Like, yeah, grading sort of the style marks on that. It's a nice little dodge.
See, people think Spirit Breaker's a low skill hero, but look at that. Look what you could do if you put your heart to it. mind to it.
Radiant's
That's what the
bottom
phrase is.
tower is under attack.
I think we are going to have to see Enigma Galaxy put some real focus onto Zai in these fights. Yeah, I feel like the last few fights, Zai has been kicking out so much damage. He's just hit level 18. He's got the 3 points in the Exorcism. We'll see the dodge again here.
Oh.
Frame perfect.
I've not seen a frame perfect of
Frame
that.
perfect.
Someone's going to, actually, it's like 3 frames different. Thank you very much.
Oh, insane, yep.
Radiant's
He's
middle
fine.
tower is under
I
attack.
won't find him. There's some lane wars down. Oh, LTW might find him, actually. No, insane.
I won't lie, I'm a bit surprised that Liquid hasn't opted for the super aggressive like lane skipping yet. When Enigma's playing at your tier 2s, heroes like Puck and Tree can just skip to the Radiant side of the map, get aggressive wards on a high ground, and start pushing the waves defensively. Force this move here. Like, if you're doing this type of playstyle, Enigma's going to have to TP to their own towers and trying to flush you out of the jungle. And if you're doing it in multiple lanes, it can feel quite awkward. I guess they're respecting the fact that Nyx and Bane are some of the best anti-split pushers because they can easily walk in, set up the engagement for your cores to come in whilst they're farming. But the fact that they have played so huddled together, it is respect towards the heroes they're against, and also the fact that I think they just want to be ready for that one fight. Like in that mid-tier 2, if they can punish the overstep of RTW or the mispositioning of maybe Miracle farming whilst they're fighting, like that could be their moment or their comeback mechanism. They have to be so careful though. If Matu is out of place, Tree is not ready to defend from the Ursa, Ursa will rip apart this Gyrocopter. This smoke could just break the game for Liquid if they were to lose it.
See what they can do around mid. Both teams looking like they're interested in a fight with these new item pickups.
I don't know if I'm 99% sure we don't have this stat, but I think that is the least distance traveled when under the cover of smoke from a team. They moved about 100 units and then went back to the high ground. Ah, another smoke comes in though.
I mean, are they going to get here in time?
Not at all. This is
this is going to be going down, and of course with the speed that Enigma Galaxy have been taking these Roches, that is the Aghanims one. Looks like it's going to go the way of RTW.
Miracle's going to yoink it again. Look at him. No, wait. Oh, no, I'm just joking.
There we go. This time RTW's able to gear himself up.
See, he's got his own shard now. Oh, this is one tanky bear.
Where's the jump? Dream Core down onto the two of them. They get the silence as well. Zai's in the Exorcism, focusing down GH for mind control. Defensive after that, the two of them. The grip from Kuro holds back Zai. Gets cancelled though. The Aru comes in from the overgrowth. Matches in with the BKB, trying to focus GH, but he's under the ground with the axe. He's got the readings to stay alive. Liquid, they've lost 2, they've lost 3. RTW tears apart Zai. Liquid's got to run. Matu's going to try and make it out of there with the TP out. He's successful. Insania also just able to make it out in time, but it's 3 big deaths there on Liquid. Enigma Galaxy able to get the fight going their way, not losing anything. Aegis and Cheese still intact and ready for the high ground push. 21k ahead. Enigma Galaxy, they're looking to start doing damage to the base.
And these are the games where OD just looks absolutely broken. He's got his own defensive tool with the BKB. It means he can just play behind the heroes that run into the scary areas, double imprison on the coil, completely removes it. And with this type of lead, they're going to walk over any of the fights that Liquid are unable to muster the full 5-on-5 right now.
You see the levels on 23 on Miracle, 21 on RTW. Matu just down at 18. Big charge in, trying to disrupt the push, keep these racks alive. Boxy, is he actually able to ward this one off? Let's see if Miracle wants to go for it. He doesn't. I'm going to focus back on the racks, allow Liquid to step away. Enigma Galaxy keeping themselves occupied with what matters. Get that melee racks, get out of there, not losing anybody, and still having a fair bit of time where they can look to work for another objective with the Aegis.
Ooh, and we got a nice little AC pickup, I believe, on Miracle as well. So really just enabling RTW's, look, Shiva's AC. Oh, that is such a tanky. 44 armor? It's 44 armor.
I mean, you just look how far they are, really. That's sort of the whole 25k difference is pretty much in the 1s and the 2s in this game. You know, 23k net worth on both RTW and Miracle compared to the 14-13 on Matsumaman and Mika. That's a big difference.
And the fact that they found this net worth, even playing so aggressively in the face of Liquid, often that's at a detriment to your ability to find the farm, but they have found the farm and found the kills.
Yeah. Dire are
and multiple Roshans, actually. Liquid, now they're trying to get out of the map and try and start split pushing, but I feel it's just It's a little bit too late, Owen.
I mean, they're hunting Enigma Galaxy. Okay.
Oh, just blind.
Crossed the cliff there, GH.
They had no visions.
I mean, Mind Control's going to be ready off the back of the orb, but he is into the trees with the blink.
I respect that.
He was like, hey, maybe I'll catch him with a hammer.
But they had no vision. That was just a little blindy, just checking for the TP. And then, of course, the cool play, Mind Control, Media Hammer gives vision, so he instantly does it in the tree line to see if there's a puck TPing there, because then he'll be able to Astra and cancel it.
RTW's hit.
Is under attack.
And Liquid is out.
Yeah, they've got to step back from this bear, especially whilst he has the Aegis. Or at least deal with him very carefully.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Carapace on them. Insane. Oh, guys. RTW didn't have Blink available at that point, so he'd have to walk it off.
Top tower
Still got a minute and a half left with the Aegis.
Trying to see if there's an item coming for Liquid, which might, turn it around and potentially a Satanic and Gyrocopter, but that's a ways away.
Just coming around behind the tier 2, trying to start some action here with a bit of a poke. Jump ball from RTW's in onto Matsuman will be able to get the BKB off, but RTW's running him down into the trees. RTW is able to keep on top of Matsu. That BKB is not going to save him. Matsu goes down instead. It holds the man with the overgrowth, but he can't control the bear. Enrage out, RTW charges up to the high ground, 4 dead on Liquid, as the last one left standing is soon to fall as well. Boxy tries to charge away, but the control's there from Mind Control. 5 dead on Liquid.
We just saw an aggressive tip from Nigma.
And that's when you know it's over. GG is called. Nigma Galaxy. I mean, game 2 and game 3, they look to be on top form. And of all the teams to do it against